7 Stoic don'ts, things you must stop doing right now according to the Stoics. Don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself, as Marcus Aurelius says. Don't talk more than you listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth, that's Zeno. Don't tie your identity to things you own, because those things are fragile, because those things can be taken from you at any moment. Don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. Don't suffer imagined troubles, as Seneca says. It'll either happen or it won't. Don't suffer before you need to. Remember, you mess up too, so don't judge other people. And finally, don't overindulge in food or drink. This is the idea of temperance. It's about balance. It's about the right amount. So those are 7 Stoic don'ts stop doing right now.
Have you ever read Don Quixote? So it's been a very long time since I've actually read this thing front to back. Cut me some slack with this one because, as you can see, this is the complete unabridged version. It's very big. Now, it's written in the beginning of the 1600s by the Spanish writer Cervantes, and it is just truly excellent. It's kind of like the first proper modern novel. In the 1600s, novel doesn't really compute. I always think of 1800s that it really comes into fruition. And the printing press was invented in 1440, but wasn't really used for something as trivial as novels, which comes from the Italian word novella, or Latin originally, which means new. So for this to be something that is serious and taken amazingly, it's just amazing. But that's just the historical context behind literature. We can talk about the actual content. So Cervantes is considered to be one of the greatest writers ever. Now, I think in 2002, the Nobel Institution voted this to be the single greatest piece of fiction, which is just says quite a lot, single greatest, and there's really an argument for it. It's kind of amazing satire mixed with the epic. Not many pieces can pull that off, let alone something that is kind of the first of its kind, but also can be considered one of the best of its kind, independent of being like the precursor to novels as we know. We have this all thanks to Cervantes. The story, it follows one Don Quixote, the given name or the self-assumed name of the main character, who essentially just goes a bit mad with the idea of chivalry. He thinks chivalry is kind of gone and he wants to be a knight errant, and he basically just sort of traipses around with his sidekick, his squire, his knave, whatever you want to call it, and mistakes windmills for giants and peasants for princesses. And it's basically a man being a delusional moron. Or is he? I mean, you can interpret this very interestingly, and it's about the decline of the age of chivalry and all that, or rather the disillusionment with chivalry and the sort of falsehood of knight-errant and Arthurian legend not being what we think it is, as displayed through this wonderful comedic satire. It's funny, it's witty, it's very sad, and it's truly beautiful. You can see it takes quite a bit of getting through, so I'm sure there are other variants that you can actually buy. Have a look online for translations, etc. I'd love to be able to read it in its original, but my Spanish is lackluster. Don Quixote, really give this a look. I'm sorry I haven't mentioned it before, it's just such a big piece.
Happy Sunday, everybody. God bless you. Stay prayed up.
Your shoulders look collapsed because you swung your delts. Here's what to do. Dumbbell reverse fly. Reverse cable crossover. Smooth motion, deep stretch. Lying dumbbell reverse flies. Bigger stretch, strong tension. Rope face pulls, underhand. Rear delts over traps. Here's the ultimate one. Sideways reverse, pec deck. The ultimate rear delt builder. Add 2 to 3 of these on your shoulder day and let's build together. Feeling lazy? You only need one chair. Here's what to do. Lift your knee up and squeeze hard each rep. Reach to the side and open up, stretching while engaging your core. Bring your knee across your body with control. Sit tall, extend fully, and keep your core tight. Train with Vitanomy Coach.
You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. It's in your mind right now. But you don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like getting up. You don't feel like doing the work. You don't feel like working hard. And if you don't feel like working hard, if you don't feel like getting up, then you better feel like losing. You better feel like getting weaker. Because that's what's gonna happen if you don't do what you're supposed to do. So get up and go get it done.
You can't go back once you started this damn journey. You can only go forward. You got two choices. One, you get scared, you give up. And the second one, fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck fear! And you barrel through it. And when you come out on the other side, I guarantee you you're gonna be stronger than you ever thought possible.
Dostoevsky said, "Tolerance will reach such a level that intelligent people will be banned from thinking, so as not to offend the imbeciles." We live in an age where thinking has become a crime, where the sensitivity of the fool is worth more than the clarity of the wise. Truth must now apologize. Thought must walk on tiptoes, and he who dares to question it is silenced, labeled, and canceled. Not because truth lies, but because it exposes what they are. What they call tolerance is in truth the new name for cowardice. A society that protects stupidity is destined to be ruled by it. Dostoevsky saw the abyss long before us, and he was right. The world won't be destroyed by the wicked, but by the cowards who cannot stand to hear someone think differently.
I'm homeless. Can you help me?
Yeah, of course. Come sit beside me. What happened? Where are your parents?
They abandoned
They
me.
abandoned you? How long has this been happening?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay, here. I'm gonna make sure that you're warm. We can go inside. We can get you something to eat, drink, and then we can call a shelter so we can maybe find your mommy and daddy, or we can just get you a nice warm place to stay. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable with me? Yeah? Okay, good. I'm just gonna help you out, okay? Come. Take my hand, okay? I'll keep you safe.
Hi, I'm homeless. Can you help me?
I'm sorry, you're homeless?
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are your parents?
They abandoned me.
I just ordered food. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my food, okay?
Okay.
And then in the meantime, we'll find the police, because we have to figure this out. Don't worry, okay? We'll figure it out.
What we see is that nature planted in her soil 60 million years ago the antidote to glyphosate. So the chemical we're spraying to kill her soils today had an antidote planted 60 million years ago by nature. This planet has been in a deep state of wounding over and over and over again, and nature has the solution every time. We have to release this belief that what we're doing is somehow beyond nature's capacity, or that this planet somehow is being wounded by humans like it's never been wounded before. Nature is showing us that if we all focus back on creating biodiverse soil systems globally, we will almost instantly erase the damage done by our herbicide and pesticide antibiotic era. The nature is under our feet, and she's ready to not only forgive, but actually take us to a place we've never been in vitality.
One habit to create a healthy and vibrant long life is to make sure that you are not getting into a rut. It's extremely important that your day-to-day allows for the most diverse experience you can achieve. And that diversity, I think, belongs initially in the experience of human relationship. The blue zones are places where people consistently live beyond 100 years of age. And I learned this from a couple that came over from Ikaria, Greece to the United States, and they taught me, I think, one of the deepest truths about longevity that I think I've ever heard. And it supersedes anything I've ever learned in biology or basic science laboratories or the rest. But they had come over to prepare a 5-course Greek meal for this group of speakers and scientists, and they had foraged for 4 days in Northern Virginia to get these ingredients together to make this incredible meal. And in the delivery of it, we all cried over and over again because they described how much love and respect and reverence they had for the onion and all of the ingredients therein. And at the end of this incredibly epic meal, I got up and gave them what I thought was an incredible toast of the microbiome and soil systems and reconnecting us to life and vibrancy and longevity. And the gentleman stood up at the end of my toast and he said, "That was very interesting, but you're completely wrong." He said, "The reason we live long in Icaria is because every night we set an extra place, an extra chair at the dinner table, hoping somebody we don't know shows up. Longevity is ultimately how much human fellowship can you get into your space. Find the diversity in your life, find new perspectives."
Nietzsche said, "I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible." The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would the courage and greatness be if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges.
This is the continuation of the last video. In the previous message, we explained that a corporation cannot practice law. A corporation cannot interpret a contract. A corporation cannot issue a legal denial, and any such action is void from the beginning. Now we add another powerful piece, the Chevron doctrine. For 40 years, Chevron allowed agencies to interpret vague laws. Courts deferred to the agency. The agency always won. This created a culture where corporations, insurance companies, and government contractors behaved as if they also had the power to interpret the law. But the Supreme Court has now ended Chevron. The court ruled that agencies no longer get automatic deference. Courts will no longer accept interpretations that stretch the law. Judges must now make their own decisions, not defer to bureaucrats. Here is why this matters. Corporations have been acting like mini agencies. They interpret their own contracts. They deny claims based on their own legal opinions. They create rules that have the force of law for the consumer. And then they hide behind lawyers as if that makes the act lawful. But the end of Chevron destroys that model. If even federal agencies cannot interpret vague language, then a private corporation has absolutely no authority to do so. None. The court has now said that interpretation belongs only to judges, not agencies, not corporations, not adjusters, and not warranty companies. So here is the result. A corporate denial that relies on contract interpretation is now on even weaker ground than before. First, because the corporation cannot practice law. Second, because Chevron is gone, and interpretation no longer belongs to anyone except the court. Third, because a void act cannot be defended or revived, not by a lawyer, not by a judge, not by the Supreme Court. This means that when a corporation denies a claim, that denial is not only unauthorized practice of law, it is also an illegal assumption of interpretive power that no private entity is allowed to have. That is how Chevron ties into the first video. Both principles work together. Both collapse the corporation's authority. Both leave the lawyer with nothing to defend, and both put the consumer in the strongest position possible. This is how you build an airtight case. This is how you expose fraud. And this is how you win against entities that believed they were untouchable.
Everybody loves somebody that'll tell them the truth, as long as that person is worried about how it lands. The playful voice, the accommodator's voice, that should be the voice that you use about 80% of the time. You want to keep people in a positive frame of mind. Keep people thinking, keep them collaborating with you, keep them working with you. The smiling voice is tremendously effective, and it should really be your default voice. It will serve you well. Use it the vast majority of the time.